What do you have to say for yourself?
Jimmy G had a very nice afternoon. 349 yards passing. It was very, very impressive.
4 TDs.
4 TDs, no doubt about it. He had an exceptional afternoon. Does that mean I'm supposed to stop here, stop the presses, and act like he's the second coming to Joe Montana or Steve Young? Could you do it come postseason time? We'll see. All of this stuff, all of this anointing of Jimmy G, I'm going to hold off on that. He had a damn good afternoon. Oh, by the way, he's had a damn good season. I mean, completing nearly 70% of his passes, 25 touchdowns, the 11 interceptions. Everybody want to ignore that, but that's fine. That's fine. QBR has been very, what is it, quarterback rate of 110 or better over the last 7 or 8 weeks. I get all that. But again, you showed up last night, or yesterday afternoon rather, and showed out. I got issues with that New Orleans Saints defense, which we'll get into a little bit later on in the show. I'm going to give Jimmy G his props. But if anybody thinks for 1 second that means, yo, Stephen A., it's time to ordain Jimmy G, hell no, I am not doing it. Yeah, excuse me. Listen, your defense is elite, even though it wasn't yesterday. Your running game is elite. The play calling of Kyle Shanahan is special. Kittle is a baller. Him or Travis Kelce, I'm just trying to say. Yeah. All right, listen, Debo Samuel, I really like this. This brother can play.
Carolina,
you got some players around you. Jimmy G ain't losing games. He was exceptional and really, really showed out yesterday. He really did.
He was.
But I'm not giving him. Yesterday was nice.
No, it's not just he's not losing games.
But yesterday wasn't the whole season.
You can't just say he's not losing games when he goes on the road and beats Drew Brees. Outduels
I'm saying yesterday.
At Drew Brees' house.
We're not talking about the season. Yesterday he was great.
Let's just go over this again. He's 2-0 for the Patriots. Belichick's trying to send Tom Brady out of town. Brady has to go to the owner to do an end around Belichick to get to stay. They ship Garoppolo out. The Niners are 5-0. Garoppolo gets hurt. They can't buy a win. Garoppolo comes back. It looks like they might be the best team in football. That's not coincidence. And like Brady in the beginning of his career, he's going from game manager, just, let the defense do its job, don't lose the game, to a guy who can win it with the game on the line, about 50 yards to go to kick a field goal, about 50 seconds to do it. He needs to pick up a yard a second and does it while throwing 1 billion touchdowns. Garoppolo.
1 billion? Is that what you
by the way, Garoppolo, you realize if they lose this game, they're facing the road in the play. They're going to have to play an extra game in the playoffs. It's not a playoff game, but it's kind of like a playoff game. This dude is showing you why Belichick wanted him instead of Brady, why Shanahan said, give that guy $130 million or whatever it was. He's showing you all those things. And by the way, I got to say before I pass the mic, Kittle. Listen, there's some plays you'll always remember. Beastquake. I'll always remember Beastquake. I love Marshawn Lynch in a way that, I feel about few athletes for a lot of reasons, but that play, symbolized it. Mark Bavaro, when I was a kid, 86 against the Niners. That Kittle play, to me, I'm going to remember it like those plays. Oh, my God. I think on that play, I hate to say it because it is neck and neck with Kelce, he took the crown. He's the guy I want right now. What a play with the game on the line.
Play. Go ahead, y'all. Go ahead.
Coach, go.
I'm going to say this about, first off, Kittle's, I'll take him over Kelce all day because he's a hell of a lot better blocker. But when I watch this game, that 4th and 1, I'm like, just run it. Shanahan stopped you all day running the football. What did Shanahan do? He just said, no, I trust my guy back here, Stephen A. And, I'm with you because I had questions about, is this guy really the guy? Well, Shanahan certainly doesn't have those questions. He put it in his hands. Yeah, did he throw it to Kittles? Yeah, smart move, by the way. But, I mean, that thing speaks volumes. Shanahan speaks volumes with his play decision. And, to me, the other thing you got to look at, when you look at that press conference, this is an ugly dude. So why do we hate him? Because of that. I mean, it's ridiculous.
In our day, the best quarterback in the world or the star quarterback for the Niners had the decency to look like a regular guy. Joe Montana looked like you get a beer with him, right? Who the hell is this guy showing up
ridiculous.
like this?
That's why he's porn star Jimmy. That's why he's porn star Jimmy.
There you go.
Certainly didn't need to go there.
Stephen A., I lean away from you.
Too early.
I lean away from you. I've been saying this all season long. If something is going to cause the 49ers, it was going to be Jimmy Garoppolo. And yesterday, the outduel Drew, that's to me, that's the point. The point is the Saints put up 46 points, and he put up 48. Like, we can talk about, and he's distributing the ball. The Emmanuel Sanders trade might be one of the best of the year.
Yes, I do.
When you think about what he's been able to do.
I agree with that.
Deebo Samuel getting involved after getting healthy as well. And then Kittle, you all have explained that. But my thing for Jimmy Garoppolo was this. The transition from when they played Seattle, and he had to make a game-winning drive, and how terrible he looked. He threw 2 picks that Seattle dropped. Mm-hmm. We all can agree with that. And then in this particular situation, now I don't know what the hell the Saints was doing, covering Kittle man-to-man with a guy that's 17 layers smaller than him.
That's right.
Anyway, that's beside the point. You got to find the right one. But I harken back to before that, when he scrambled and picked up the first down, understood game situation. Mm-hmm. And look, by no means am I saying that Jimmy Garoppolo is the second coming to anything. But what I needed Jimmy Garoppolo to prove this season to tell me that the San Francisco, because everything around him, I think we agree, is good enough to win a Super Bowl or at least be a part of it.
That's right.
I needed to see this particular game in these moments, outdueling a Hall of Famer, a guy that we're going to talk about being one of the top 10 quarterbacks to ever play the game. He did that on the road. I cannot knock him for that. That was enough for me.
Once you add that stuff, Stephen A., he's nipping at the top 10 QBR. Those are the numbers.
Well,
when you add that element,
I'm so touched.
What more do you want? If he's winning with the game on the line.
We heard you. I'm so touched that he's nipping at the top 10. I mean, stop the presses, Mac. Stop the damn
He's in his first full season as a starter.
10. I'm just saying, within the game of football, I'm looking at the pieces around you. I'm looking at what you can do. It's one thing when you can do stuff that you do it on your own. It's another thing entirely when everything around you appears to be ideal. Damn, I got a rough rider defense, having a rough
Not
afternoon.
yesterday.
I understand that, having a rough afternoon, but on most afternoons, these brothers are elite. Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.